All right, in this module, I'm going to walk you through setting up an IVR. If you don't know what an IVR is, it stands for something along the lines of inbound voice routing, something. If that's not exactly what it is, that's what it does, right? So essentially, as somebody calls in to your phone number, it's the menu, the automated menu that says, hey, press 1 for sales, press 2 for ops, press 3 for career opportunities, or whatever it is, right? That is the IVR functionality. You only have access to this if you're using the Lead Connector phone service. We don't use the Lead Connector phone service at Empower because we've been a client long enough that we had our own infrastructure in place before they rolled that out. So someday, but for now, I'm jealous because this function, this setup basically simplifies your phone needs massively. Obviously, as a mortgage company, as a mortgage branch, you don't need the same level of phone infrastructure that you used to need 10, 15 years ago, or even 5 years ago. And you can do everything digitally. And this is how you could do that specifically with your phone. So if we click create workflow, we're actually going to select a recipe this time. So I'm inside of workflows, already started from workflows. That's going to be an automation on the left-hand side. We're going to create workflow and I'm going to start from scratch. I'm sorry, that's not true. I'm going to select a recipe. This is the one time that I'm going to select a recipe in this course. And that is because they already have a pre-built IVR, and the IVR is complicated enough that I wouldn't start without using this recipe. You come in here, you've got your trigger, and here you have to configure the phone number you're going to use for the trigger. The welcome so you have two different messages. Now, these are actually different actions. It seems different. They look different, or they look the same based on their icons. But if you look up here, this is actually what the action is. So if I come up here, this is say play. So this is just a message. And then this is gather input on call. So that's why these are broken out like this. I would continue to keep them broken out like that. It seems tempting to combine them. I think that the way that they have it set up, it is to what the actions are intended for. And so if they improve or change any functionality down the road, even if combining these works now, that's not necessarily what they're intending to support. So be conscious of that. If you do want to combine these steps because it seems simpler by just putting your welcome message in here, I think it's possible. I don't know that you're going to want to have it that way forever. There's a reason they set it up this way. So I would probably stick with that. So that said, in these, you can, in the say or play step or in the gather input on call step, either one, you have the option to say or play a message to kickstart that action. This action is just to say or play a message. This one, gather input on call, is going to say or play a message, and then it's going to wait to hear what the input is, right? Whether it's pressing or saying 1, 2, or 3. The way that you can set up these messages, you can either upload a message by changing this to play a message, and then you're uploading a file that you record, or you can say a message and you can just type out, hello, thank you for calling ABC Mortgage. Please listen to our menu of options to route you to the correct team member. Boom. And then we can say that this is a woman or a man. I don't have a way to play and preview that for you right now, so you'll have to check that out on your own if you're curious. But we can save this, and then we can come into here to this next one. Collect input from the caller. This is going to allow you to say or play a message to start, but really what this message is supposed to be is it's supposed to be like an expression of your menu, right? So this is, you see the example here, press to leave a message, press 3 to talk to our team, press 1 to hear a list of services, press 2 to leave a voicemail, press 3 to talk to our team, whatever, however you want to set this up. We're going to save this, map caller input. This step right here is only available with it when you have these other IVR, like an IVR trigger in here, and then a collect input in front of it. And so this is going to be to assign the input. So you're saying this is when they pressed 1, this is when they pressed 2, this is when they pressed 3, and then you have your routing here. So you can set up as many forks as you want. You could do, like, again, you see the step, the repeat here, right? No input is reached. They just repeat the menu again. But also you could do the same thing. Hey, press 2 or press 1 for a list of services. Here's our list of services, or here's our directory, right? And then based on what they press, you route them to another one. You could continue this as far down as you wanted and make as intricate of an IVR as you wanted to, which is really, really cool to be able to use HighLevel's drag and drop builder for something that powerful. So with that said, that's the IVR functionality. Please let us know if you end up using this. We want to hear about it. I haven't personally seen anybody in the mortgage industry using this yet. yet, but I think it's a really powerful feature that is just being under leveraged. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next module, but until then, we'll see you at the top.